Today, I'm sitting down with Courtney Cretley and Alicia Smith. Courtney and Alicia have different backgrounds as they started their careers. Alicia played a pivotal role in helping grow a master plan community in Nexton, while Courtney started her journey in Paris working for House Hunters International. Together, they run their YouTube channel At Home with Courtney and Alicia, having teamed up this year. Courtney and Alicia, welcome to Charleston's Leading Producers.
Hey, y'all.
I love how you did the lean into the microphone and the whole thing.
We've done this a time or two.
Yeah. Beautiful. So you two teamed up this year, and it's helped elevate both of your careers. The idea of working alongside another realtor, it's not something that a lot of people in our industry, I feel like, lean into. A lot of people just want to be solo. They want to do it on their own. So can we just break down to start, like, how the partnership actually works between the two of you? Are you splitting tasks during transactions? Are each of you, doing a full transaction just on your own? Just what does that look like?
I love being teamed up because we can bounce ideas off of each other. Mm-hmm. We can go to events together, doing things like podcasts. It's fun to have a partner in crime to do this with. So
for sure, yeah.
As far as transactions go, I guess sometimes there are leads that come in through the YouTube channel or team leads, and we'll assign those to one of us, and then
we're ones, I guess, more so taking the lead. But then again,
we're bouncing ideas off of each other and talking to each other throughout the transaction and kind of working it together.
So if a client comes in, you are both working with that one client. It's not like you're working with your own set of clients and you're working with your own set of clients.
We have our own set of clients, but typically the people know who the other of us is. So they know that, they can talk to us about the transaction as well. You're kind of getting a two for one.
Absolutely. Or then, like, if Courtney's going to be out of town, I may take the lead, and then I'm kind of the lead on that with that particular client, if you will. But then, a lot of times we may talk and I'm with Courtney. We're like, oh, Courtney's here. Hi, Courtney.
Yeah.
But there may be more of a lead.
Right.
So the client knows who to reach out to, if you will.
That alone, because I talk to so many people in our industry that it's almost like they're scared to go on vacation, you know, and it shouldn't be that way. I've said this on, this recordings before, is like the whole reason we're working is to, have a great family life and do all these things. Exactly. And we shouldn't be terrified.
Yeah, our career is demanding, and it's nice to know that I have a reliable, great partner that can take over when I'm not able to.
Yep.
So was the mindset, when you two met, was it like, okay, this is the partnership? Or was it more like, I want to create a partnership and you two came together? I guess what I'm asking is, would this work with other people? Or is it like you two?
Absolutely not. No. We were friends first, really good friends. Our little boys are friends. They're about the same age. Our husbands are friends. So we knew each other really well. I would say that it's hard to partner with someone in a business, but with you, it's easy. And we have a lot of fun together.
We do, yeah. I remember you coming to us talking about real estate, because obviously I was working with Nexton and in the industry, if you will, just not
selling. We were at Montrose. We were just chatting at Montrose. And I was like, oh, I'm so busy, and I'd love to have someone to help. And I think that kind of got
you got my wheels spinning. I mean, I felt like we talked about it, and then some time went by, and then I got a little more like, I really want a challenge and to try and make more money. And, obviously some of the reasons that people go into real estate, and I really like working with clients. I was doing that at Nexton and, finding them their forever home. I mean, that was just sort of a passion of mine. So that's one of the things I love the most, is being the tour guide for people, for the people that aren't familiar with Somerville, Charleston, and showing them around. And
because we love it here so much, so we love sharing it with people. And that's a lot of what our YouTube channel is about, is our favorite restaurants, our favorite coffee shops, where our kids go to school, that kind of lifestyle as well.
And is that intentional on your part? I think one of the balance that a lot of us try to find is, okay, I'm making content, whether it's YouTube, social media, and I definitely want to talk more about the YouTube stuff. But it's like, man, how do I find this balance between sharing my personal life, sharing business stuff? People need to know that I'm a realtor when I'm doing content, but, how do you guys find that balance? That's really hard.
It is.
Yeah, I would say so Courtney had a real estate social media account. She specifically had a real estate account, and then we had like our personal account. So when I came in, I started meshing things with my personal. So I was doing real estate, personal, and then once we came, because at first we were a little bit more separate, like it was Homes by Courtney Cretley.
Yes, we just recently rebranded to Homes by Courtney.
Because obviously we didn't, and I agree with Courtney, we didn't want to change all this branding and
if
stuff.
You didn't like real estate?
Yeah, I could have gotten into it and I'm like, so, and Courtney had spent a lot of time branding herself, and I was like, I absolutely respect that. But then it came to the point where I've, been in it over a year or so, and I was like, yeah, I love this. She's like, don't leave me down. I'm like, I'm not going to leave you down. So we decided to brand together. So both of our names are out there. And we took Courtney's initial Homes by Courtney Cretley and made it the At Home. So now we're trying to really build up our business accounts. We still have our personal where we share some and we kind of do the, collaboration there. So
but we share some personal on our business account as well. I mean, I think that's part of the reason why people come to us is because they say, you're personable. We see that you're out there living a life and you're a mom and you're a wife and you're doing all these things. We want to work with you and we connect with you. And it seems like we know you just from seeing us on YouTube or on social media. We try to do funny social media posts.
To get people
going.
Yeah, and to get, like
we're real people and we just like to
because we want people to see our personality. We don't want it just to be serious or but we also want to bring value.
Right. Yeah, absolutely.
So it's just a fine line. Like we try to do a good mix, I feel like, of a little bit of it all. Funny, value, family, really, what we're doing behind the scenes, if you will. So
yeah. We do our bloopers at the end of videos.
Well, that's, because at the end of the day, we are all people who are doing real estate, like this is our jobs. But most of us, moms, husbands, fathers, whatever it is, we're people first.
Right.
And it is hard to communicate that through social media sometimes, But let me back up a little bit because Courtney, you had a really cool experience working with house hunters in France. What did you take away from working with the house hunters team that influences how you act with clients today?
Yeah, so that was a lot of fun. I got to see some incredible properties in Paris. It really helped me to familiarize myself with the area, which is kind of what I do here too. So I go and I tour neighborhoods and I meet builders and I really get to know the HOA, how that works, and drive around and get to know the streets and the floor plans and all that kind of stuff. So it really just helped me to integrate to the city I was living in, Paris at the time. And it helped me to meet people, other Americans in Paris, get to know some new French friends. And I think something that's really cool about Paris is the history, the stories behind the properties, the, historical elements that have happened in that property. So I think that's just really cool. And it makes me want to do that here as well. Because Charleston has a lot of history. It's not as old as Europe, but it has cool history. So
yeah. And you guys do a lot of work in Somerville. Right?
We do, but we do work all over.
All over.
I mean, we've done several Mount Pleasant this year, Johns Island, James Island, West Ashley.
Yep.
Okay. We've done it. We've done it all.
Interesting. Developed some great YouTube content. It's really good, and I know you got a head start on it a little bit. It feels like it's become more popular the past couple of years. But Courtney, you started doing it, what was it, like 4 years ago?
Yeah, I guess it was the beginning of 2022. So yeah, just about 4 years ago.
So why did you originally pick that platform?
It's what I would want to see and do and experience if I were moving to a new place. I would want to do my research, see bits of it beforehand, get to know kind of the realtors in the areas and, how real estate works in South Carolina. So it's something I would want to have if I was moving to a new place. So I just thought that would be a good idea for other people looking to move here.
It's a great answer, actually keeping the clients in mind.
Yeah.
It's so easy sometimes they get caught up in like, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do?
Right.
And like a lot of times we just overlook what somebody's actually going to do when they're looking for a home.
Right. Absolutely. And it kind of gives them that head start too. So that when they come here, they kind of, it helps us a bit in a way because by then they've kind of narrowed down what they do like about places. Helps them narrow down cities and neighborhoods and do we want to be in North Somerville or South Somerville because they're totally different and it
is so cool because they reference the videos and I'm just like, man,
I know yeah, they can tell us which video they watched and yeah, so
that's really rewarding
cool.
because you're like, oh, thank God, like somebody's paying attention. Yeah.
The Grahams recently, they were like, she was like, I feel like I'm with a celebrity. And I was like, this is great.
Little shots of the ego. What is that?
I'm like, what is that?
100%.
Yes.
So, and you're doing both the long form, YouTube videos, things like that, but you're also doing short form.
Right.
What are the differences that you're really trying to hone in on, and what are you trying to highlight in those two different aspects?
Yeah, so shorts are nice because we just had a girls' night downtown Charleston, so we could kind of highlight the few local places that we went downtown. My husband helps us a lot to make shorts. He's very good at, he's very creative and good at those kind of things. The longs are meant for us to go more in depth as to HOA fees and the amenities and highlights of the neighborhood and the different floor plans. And it's just more of an in-depth version, whereas the shorts are more of a lifestyle. What do we do on a daily basis?
Yep.
Things
showing more of the towns.
Right.
And
yes.
Like maybe a specific floor plan, or like I just did the Horizons carriage homes, and just
the shared driveway.
Yeah, just just really hitting something very quick, because it needs to be like a minute or less. So you can't really get in too much detail of that. So
do you have one or the other that you enjoy working on more?
The shorts are easy.
Yeah, it take a lot less time, and you can just I'll record several things and spend a couple hours or so, just because we use CapCut for that, and you can use templates and or you can design it yourself. So
yeah, but I think as far as engagement goes, people like the long videos. They want to know just more in depth about a place that they're looking to move. So I enjoy making those as well. I mean, I think those are rewarding, and they take a lot longer, obviously, but they are I think good in what people want to see.
Just kind of like thinking about it right now, though, too. Like if somebody's going to sit down and watch, say your YouTube video is 10 minutes long.
They're serious about
They're serious about doing it.
Absolutely.
And if they've just watched you for 10 minutes, that's going to have a lot more impact than the 100 realtors that they've seen doing, the short form stuff on Instagram.
Absolutely.
And I'm not saying don't do that stuff. There's obviously value in that. But the connection that you're going to make is a lot stronger.
Yeah, I made one 55 plus, so active adult comparison video comparing all of the 8, at the time I think it was 7, in the area, and that exploded. So active adults, I mean, a lot of times they are watching YouTube, and they're they're the ones really going into depth
and
about an area.
That's the...
I know, but they are.
Yeah.
Well, they've got their
interesting.
iPads, and they like to do it.
That was like how we do a lot of it, but they're just like, really? Like, they just find it astonishing.
And it just took off naturally from that one video that I made, and people love comparison videos. So the top 5 this, or the top 10 that, and so I did, a comparison of the different ones here. That exploded. I got tons of clients from that, and then it's just kind of snowballed. We've since made other comparison videos, and
we just did an updated one with the new one,
right?
Because there's been a couple new, because it's ever changing, obviously.
Oh, for sure, yes.
I guess that's a good thing for content purposes.
It keeps us on our toes.
Absolutely, and it's a good place to be a realtor.
Yes,
it really is. I mean, you just saw the growth happening here, and people, they say 36 people move here a day, so it's a really good place to be.
Right.
It's so good to hear that. A lot of times I hear a lot of realtors focusing on the negative. Yes. There's too many realtors, and some of this is probably true. Like I'm not discounting it, but it's just, I don't know. It's refreshing to hear some positive input about the growth and just our community. Right. And it and we were talking before. It has been a tough year. We're recording at the end of 2025 here. Right. It's been a challenging year, but there is still a lot of opportunity.
Absolutely,
out there too,
yes.
And it is a great place.
If you're good and you grind and you constantly stay informed and training, and then yes, you will succeed.
You gotta work hard.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You can't just go into it
and think leads will come to you.
Because they won't.
Well, speaking of grinding. So we talked about the content stuff a little bit, but you two actually met at a networking group, correct?
We didn't meet at a networking group.
We met at Nexton.
Oh, yeah, I guess we did.
We met first time. We met through Nexton.
Yeah, so it wasn't necessarily a networking group, but we met through Nexton.
Gotcha. Yeah. So a networking opportunity. And you still do some networking groups.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, you're especially active and
I'm in one I go every Thursday.
8:30 a.m. Yeah.
So the traffic's great, but no, it's a great group. We're called the Park Circle group, but it's people really from all over. There's Somerville, there's Daniel Island, Mount Pleasant. So it's a good mix, and I really enjoy it. I really enjoy the people. I think you have to find a group that you really like
to make it worth it, because it's a huge time and commitment.
It is.
So you have to make sure it's
because you're having to refer business also. So you want to make sure that you like the people that you're referring and you think they do a good job. And but this group is great. I'm already the membership director too. I just joined here. I'm like, okay, well that's great. So,
all right,
but
stepping into a leadership role.
Because you hear good and bad about networking groups, right? But this one has been really good. I have a good friend that introduced me to it, so it's been good so far.
Yeah.
So
what's the most important thing that you look for? Because you mentioned it, there are a ton of networking groups out there. What's the most important thing that you look for the group that you want to show up to every Thursday at 8 a.m.?
Again, I enjoy the people in the group. Yeah. Their motto is with GBN, friends first.
I love it.
And I mean, because we do happy hour sometimes. We just did a holiday breakfast yesterday. I really do like the people, and I would refer them, and I enjoy hanging out with them. And it's just a fun group. It doesn't feel like work.
Right.
Like we get together and we just, I mean, because the beginning's like networking, but we just have so much fun. It is just really,
and you provide a lot of value to the group too. Like you go through, Alicia and I have a buyer's guide that we give to our clients. You went through that.
Yep. So you're able to
listing presentation. Yeah. So you really can keep them informed too, so that they feel like
we get a minute to talk about our business each week. I do some trivia a lot. I try to make it fun. And then we get 10 minutes every so often to go through anything we want to talk about. But I've talked about our buyer guide that we use. I've talked about our listing presentations. I did a kind of a funny thing once just for
seems to be the theme with you two. Come across that a couple times.
We had to throw in
God forbid we have fun in this business, right? You know, like
do that. But no, and they're like, man, I don't know that a lot of other realtors are doing this. Like they find it and to me to hear that, it's like, oh wow, like okay, this is.
You wonder why people aren't it, because to us it's just obvious. We want to provide value.
And I will say a lot of this goes back to Courtney, because I kind of came in to this with Courtney already having all this in place, and that was one of the perks for me to become a team with her and to learn under her, because she had all this that she was like, I'll just let you have it. And so for me it was like a fast track. It where if I was doing it alone, I wouldn't even feel comfortable doing it alone. I'm going to be quite honest. I just felt like it was a great opportunity. I know how hard Courtney works. I know how much she cares about clients. People may say that, but she really does. Like it'll just be she and I, and she'll be like, but this just isn't really good for the client. And I'm just like, wow, like, she just, I don't know, but I give her a lot of, she deserves a lot of credit. So.
Well, so I was just talking to a realtor yesterday, and our conversation was, she started earlier this year and she's trying to get going. It's very similar. But her thing was exactly that. Like, I feel like I don't have anybody to bounce ideas off of. I feel like I don't have, like, this safety net. She's in a bigger brokerage, like one of the large ones that will remain unnamed as of right now. No. It's a great brokerage, but there's not that.
Right.
So,
and there probably is not a lot of training.
Yeah, and that's one thing we have to give a shout out to our brokerage, Jake Magnolia Group. Andy is incredible, and then there's Carla as well. So we actually have 2 BICs that we can go to with questions. Some people don't even, have a BIC that'll answer the phone. So we have 2 that are incredible,
and they're just very big on training, and they even do
collaboration.
Don't they do mentorships?
Yes.
Like you have to have a mentor in the beginning if you're new with them. But the
realtors all support each other. There's no hostile competition. It's all, it's good and it's productive.
Again, I was like, grandfather to Jake Park, because Courtney was a part, but I'm telling you, it's...
Yeah, because I've been at others, and yes, this is the best fit for me, for sure.
It's been great. I mean, I really like Jake Park. And...
That's good to hear. I can feel it from you guys, because it's easy to say that. Oh, yeah. And anybody who's, working with it, whatever brokerage is going to be like, say all the right things. But in practice, it's not always like that. So
yeah, no, reach out to us and we can give you 100 reasons why this is an excellent. So yeah, we're very happy there.
Cool.
Yeah.
Alicia, you also have a background as a marketing director for Somerville's Chamber of Commerce, correct?
Yeah.
What is one marketing concept that you feel is completely underutilized by realtors in our community?
Oh boy. I mean, probably places that are free advertising.
Yeah.
Like YouTube.
Oh. Yeah.
Right.
But I also feel that some people just aren't comfortable, right? You have to be comfortable. I mean, even I at times, I'm like,
get comfortable. Yeah, it just takes a lot of practice.
It takes a lot of practice. Like Courtney was saying in the beginning, she didn't necessarily love the videos she did. I think they're all great, and she's gotten better, and she is really good. When me and her together, I can tell she's been doing this. And even though I was in marketing, I wasn't necessarily in front of the camera all the time, if you will.
Right.
You know, some, yes, but she's just very comfortable. So I'm like, why wouldn't you utilize things that are free? Why go out and feel like you have to pay for leads? Or why don't you do things that can possibly, and also be of value?
Right. And you have people coming to you who want to know more and want your information and feel like they trust you already and they don't even know
just
you
like
in person.
when we're responding to Facebook groups and things. I mean, we're always like, Courtney's always like,
provide something of value. Don't just say, hey, I can help you. Like, no, how can you help them?
Yeah,
Give
you've
them
got
something
10
of value.
other realtors saying the same thing. Yeah. You always have to provide value and what you can do to help people. I think that is going to draw them to you.
And that's the same thing that you just mentioned with the networking groups. And that's where I feel like a lot of people get tripped up with the networking groups. They join a networking group and they're like, well, I didn't get a lead in the first 2 weeks. And it's like, well, what'd you do for the group? You know? So it's really cool to hear that mindset from you two, that you've mentioned it across the board, whether it's a networking group, whether it's trying to reach clients, we're providing value first.
Right.
Yep.
And then, you know, providing our services from there.
Right.
And I'll be honest, I haven't closed on a deal yet from my networking group. I've had some things come to me, but again, I'm bringing value to the group. I'm preferring the group, and I just feel like it'll come back to me.
It will.
You know, and I'm committed to it, and you got to be committed, and you got to work. I mean, regardless of marketing, I just feel like with real estate in general, you have to work hard. You cannot just think leads are going to fall in your lap. Like you have to figure out a way to find these people to want to work with you. And
that's why we don't do cold calling. We don't do anything like that, because we want people to come to us and feel like they know us, feel like they trust us, and just want to work with us. And we get a lot of that from YouTube, and we don't ever have to make the uncomfortable cold call ever. Yeah.
And I mean, I've gone and set up at events before. I mean, we try to do different things. You have to do different things to see what works. And what works for us may not work for somebody else.
Right.
So I think you just have to find what you like, because if you don't like what you're doing, you're probably not going to keep doing it either. So I think you just have to find that niche or whatever it is that you really like that maybe sets you apart.
Absolutely.
I love that. So we'll switch gears before we get to our last question here. But you're both mothers.
We are.
Top producers, crushing it out there. It's the holidays right now. For the agent that right now feels like it's so much to juggle, as far as professionally, personally, family responsibilities, what's one thing that you two can tell them going into the next year, so that they can enter that next year with great energy in all facets of their life?
What you're doing now is going to pay off 3 months from now. So you just really need to be working hard, grinding now. Of course, it's the holidays. We all want to spend time with our babies, and that's important as well. But don't take this month off. Don't just think that, sitting still for a month and then you're just going to pick up in January. Like, no, what you're doing now is going to impact you months from now. Keep grinding, keep hustling, keep learning neighborhoods, keep staying top of mind. Do Christmas cards. We just did Christmas cards, and we did cute magnets that go on our sphere of influence refrigerators, and we sent it to every person that we've ever talked to regarding real estate. Then we're top of mind. We're on their refrigerator with a yearly calendar for the entire year. So, just get creative with the holidays. Stay top of mind.
Yeah, and even, like Courtney said, when it's slow, that's when we are like, let's keep let's
training, learning.
Yeah, let's do let's pop out videos. Let's do this. Like, we don't just sit and say, well, it's slow. I mean, you can't do that. Also, I think just attending events, like going to these builder events that they do. I mean, you're going to get to know the sales agents. You're going to get to know their products. Anything that you can do, especially if it's free.
Right.
Do it. Train, like you said, trainings. I mean, I try to do as much as I can. Yeah. Join a networking group. I mean, it's not that expensive.
Right.
But find one that fits you. If it doesn't fit you, that's okay. again, not everything's for everybody. So
Right.
It's almost like you have to go through this phase of like this exploratory phase. You know, like maybe you need to go through a couple networking groups, and it's not like you find one that doesn't fit for you. It's not like that one's bad.
Right.
It's just not a fit,
just not for you.
and that's fine.
And again, Courtney's been doing this longer. She's vetted a lot of this already. I feel like I'm coming in a little bit like, I don't want to say easy, but probably a lot easier than me trying to come out and just started. I mean, she started it on her own. She's figured out what worked, what doesn't work. She's kind of done that. So I've had a little bit easier, I guess, where
But you're always bringing new creative things to the table that I hadn't thought of and different ideas. And so, yeah, that's why we work so good together.
It's interesting. I just realized this right now, too. Like, we talked about the marketing aspect. So, you know, you have this kind of marketing brain. And I don't think we touched on it, Courtney, but you have a background in accounting.
Yes.
So you have this very, like, I don't know, accounting wired, technical brain.
Very organized.
which I love because I'm like a math.
Well, it's a great
and I'm
balance. Yeah.
Did the real estate exam.
I'll get me a budget and I'm in
I was like, math. Oh my gosh, I've never heard of this. I was like, but don't let that stop you because it's like a couple questions about math maybe. So.
But what a great balance between the two.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
Very
Yeah,
cool.
like we created our own net sheet that works really well for people. So yeah, I mean we
Again, kudos to Courtney.
thanks. Yeah, I like them.
But I will tell, like, anybody looking to want to start a real estate career, it is not easy.
Mm.
If you want to be successful, if you just want to do a couple transactions here or there, okay. But for me, I want to be successful, and Courtney wants to be successful. Like, we want to be successful in what we do. I mean,
we don't have a backup plan. Like, this is it. We're gonna make this happen. We're gonna make it successful, and we're gonna do great things.
Yeah.
Love it.
So you just try to have to find that balance. I mean, yes, we still spend time with our boys all the time. I mean, we work it out. We may take them to do a shoot with us.
Yeah.
Or we try to help them.
They're in a lot of our marketing for sure.
Yeah, and I do feel like hopefully I help you balance it a little bit more, so you don't feel like you have to do everything. That is why it's nice to have a team, so we can take some of the workload. We can split it up, and it's not so much on one person. So
right,
but
absolutely.
be ready to grind. I mean, be ready to work hard because it's like the business is not going to come to you. You gotta go out there and get it.
And especially since things have changed the way that we do real estate in the last year, and
I came in literally right as things were changing. So Alicia came in real estate at a great time. So maybe next year will be even better.
You get used to the old way and then have to change.
True. But,
Yeah, no, you just have to keep up on the constantly changing contracts and agreements and just everything. You just have to stay informed, be willing to go to trainings. JPAR offers so many trainings. I know a lot of brokerages do. You just need to go.
They even do like, what is it?
Convos with Carla.
Yes, but even like what I do not like.
Oh, role playing?
Yes, role playing.
But
it's great. So
that's that marketing brain in you though, because like technician wise, I'm like, okay, I want to know a script. I want to know exactly what I want to say. So like the role playing, the conversations is right in my wheelhouse. But yeah. So Courtney, last questions for you.
Okay.
You started working in Charleston's real estate market in 2021. You, prior to that, spent some time in France. You actually grew up in South Dakota, which we didn't mention, but...
Shout out to the few in South Dakota. Love y'all.
Well, I want you to think back to that specific time in 2021. So you're just starting in the real estate career. You're grinding. You're trying to get it off of the ground. What's the one thing that you would tell that version of yourself at that time?
You're about to be in for a ride. It's going to be a good one, but hard.
Yep.
That was one of the things you told me. You're like, it's great. It's a great career. You can make a lot of money, but it's hard.
Right. Yes, it's, I've put my blood, sweat, and tears into this business quite literally. And, just keep hustling, keep grinding. Just know that there's a quote that I like. It's, this too shall pass, because it can have double meanings. So when things are hard, when you feel like, you're working with a challenging transaction, you feel like you're not spending enough time with your child, or, vice versa, this too shall pass, and, better days are ahead. But also when you're doing really well and you're succeeding, it keeps you humble, and you say, well, this too shall pass. I need to continue to grind and hustle, and, it keeps you humble.
And I just want to say one more thing. I think the reason Courtney is so successful, though, is because her clients are first.
Absolutely. I stay friends with my clients. So yesterday I went to lunch with a couple of clients. 2 days before that, I went shopping with a client. My social calendar is this big, but I love it. And I love my clients. And I have a hard time ever saying no to doing something with them because they're genuinely good people. And I just like to hang with them.
Yeah. So I do think at the forefront, as much hard as work as it is, I think when you keep your clients at the forefront and you really care about what's their best interest, Absolutely. You're going to do well. And right. That's what it's all about.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Courtney, Alicia, you guys have incredible advice. I appreciate you doing this. If any listeners want to reach out to you, just ask follow-up questions about anything you mentioned today or to connect further with you, how can they get in touch?
We are on Instagram and Facebook, and we're at home with Courtney and Alicia. So you can reach out to us on there.
YouTube, yeah.
YouTube, absolutely, at home with Courtney and Alicia. And we would love to connect and, bounce ideas off with y'all as well.
Yeah.
Thanks for your time today.
We love a good collaboration.
Yes.
All right. Appreciate you guys doing it. Thank you.
Thanks, Jake.